Hi guys, this is Luis.
No.
So Sony just ended their E3 press conference and $3.99.
$3.99.
$3.99, I just swore. I'll just beep it out. Sony finally released the design of the PlayStation 4 and what, it looks like a PS2?
It looks a lot like a PS2. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. You can take a look at a picture, but it looks a little bit like the Xbox One mixed with the PS2 in my opinion. It's I don't know. I like it though. I think it'll definitely grow on me.
I like it. It looks, I don't know, more sleeker than the Xbox One. Plus, it's $3.99.
Yeah, that one kind of threw me for a loop. I was full expecting $4.99 for both consoles, but
So $399, awesome design. Doesn't require a PlayStation Eye to my knowledge. I don't think confirmed.
So. Because I'm sure that's what adds $100 to the price of the Xbox because it comes with the Connect.
Probably it.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus sadly is a multiplayer subscription fee now, sort of like Xbox Live, although it still retains all its free games features, so it's still the same price, same awesome service, except now you get to play for online multiplayer.
Which is the same thing. Xbox Live just added games just like PlayStation Plus, so now they should be basically identical. You have to have both PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live to play online, but you also do get all the kind of cool goodies like getting free games every month and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then the only difference with that is that there's only one Xbox console. That only applies to Xbox 360 and Xbox One now.
Yes.
And PlayStation Plus applies to PS3, PS Vita, and now PS4. And now in addition to that, Gaikai is coming next year, and that will allow you to instantly stream PlayStation 3 games to your PS4, your PS3, or your Vita. So yes, now PS3 games are coming to Vita via the cloud instantly.
Yeah, and didn't they say that all Vita games will have to be compatible with remote play, or is it? No,
vice versa. PS4.
Yeah.
You'll be able to play every single PS4 game on your Vita as long as it fits the requirements. Like if it doesn't require PlayStation Eye, then it works with Vita. So pretty much you got instant access to your PS4 games and your PS3 games and basically your Vita games, which sadly aren't very many. So the biggest applause the conference had was probably the used game feature, which happens to be that there is no restriction for used games. You can play your games anywhere. You could buy used games. You could sell your games. You could share them.
It's exactly like with the PlayStation 3 right now.
Believe it or not, when you buy your game, you get the rights to that game. You
That's
can do
amazing.
whatever you want.
It's a revolution. I've never heard of anything like it, even though it's been literally a day since we know that, 2 days since the Xbox was like, yeah, you can't have used games. But now Sony's like, yeah, you can have used games, and just everyone just blows up.
Speaking of Xbox, they had a big FU moment where they were pretty much like, we don't need you to sign into PSN or connect to the internet every 24 hours. You can share your games, you can play them anywhere, you can sell them anywhere. We won't require you or anything. There's no DRM basically. You own what you buy, which is awesome. It's just they nailed the coffin into Xbox.
Yeah, they were definitely taking shots. I mean, they weren't screwing around. They were like, yeah, we're here for the gamers. We're not here for this or that. We're here to make awesome games. We're not going to be screwing you over.
And we got a bunch of game announcements. We got a new IP from Sony Santa Monica. That's the Order 1886, which is
that I don't get it.
It's like a past game, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly. So it started out in the trailer as a bunch of people old London or something. All of a sudden some weird stuff happens. They start pulling out these rifles and start shooting werewolves or something. I have
some
no
sort
idea.
of creatures, but the guns
totally
are regular rifles. They have electricity. It looks like something from out of Infamous. That looked crazy. Then we got the first real trailer since 2007 or 6 for Final Fantasy Versus 13. That's coming to PlayStation 4 now. I think it might even be called Final Fantasy 15 now. That's unconfirmed. But yeah, that's finally coming out to PS4, not PS3 anymore. And then, best of all,
Gran Turismo 6.
That's coming to PS3, and we knew that already. Best of all, Kingdom Hearts 3. That's finally announced.
To be totally honest, I've never played Kingdom Hearts, so I can't really talk. But you seemed pretty excited. He was excited.
I jumped.
You jumped is a very mild way of putting you freaking out. But then again, I freaked out when they announced Mirror's Edge 2, so to be totally fair.
Too. Kingdom Hearts 3, that's coming over to PS4. We're not sure if it's exclusive yet. We just know it's in development for PS4, which probably means it's just exclusive.
It's probably 5 years out at least.
Yeah. It's announced.
It's
it did take 6 years for them, or 7 years for Versus 13 to get a second trailer.
To be fair though, a lot of good games take a long time. StarCraft 2 took 9 years. Half-Life 2 took something 7 or 8 years. So sometimes a really good game, you gotta wait a while, is actually it's worth the wait.
I waited 7 years for the announcement of this game.
Just the announcement.
I'm going to wait another 7 for it to come
Now,
out.
didn't they say that it's going to be the end of the trilogy? Isn't that what I saw?
Yeah, it's the end of the trilogy. So the way the series works is there's been like technically 3 main games. This is the 3rd one. The rest have been spin-offs, and this is just the end of a trilogy in this story in the universe. And they're probably gonna make another trilogy. What the director said. And then we got the official gameplay demo or trailer, basically Destiny gameplay for the first time.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That was they had tech issues, right?
Yeah, a lot of the demos, see, that's one of the things, like, at E3, a lot of times you'll see someone walk up with a controller, and it looks like they're playing the game. And most of the time, they're not. It's some pre-rendered, they've already recorded all the gameplay to make sure it's all right, and there's just some guy out there who's just pressing buttons on a controller. But there were a couple issues. There were some issues with the Xbox event where the audio was cutting out for just the trailers.
That was really messed
up. That was rough, especially the Battlefield 3 guy, the Battlefield 4 guy. Everyone was just like, oh.
I want to tell you.
But with the PlayStation 4, what happened was, it was in Assassin's Creed 3, where the Assassin's Creed 3, they had to cut off the demo early because it was just...
It froze, basically.
Yeah.
And then during it was the Destiny trailer, or the gameplay demo, it would just freeze too, and there would be pauses, right?
Yeah, there were pauses. It was weird. At some points, it looked like they actually went to some kind of pre-canned benchmark, but obviously, or not benchmark, but
render footage.
Yeah, they've already gotten. But then they went back, and then you could see they were playing. Yeah, but they were having some issues. But the game did look good.
Yeah, the guys were definitely having fun.
They were just having fun, smack talking and everything. I was like, hey. But, I don't know, I think Destiny looks pretty cool.
I'm excited to see what other developers are still holding. They haven't announced what everyone else, Naughty Dog is working on something. What else? Media Molecule is working on the PS4 game. They made Little Big Planet. So there's still a bunch of games to be announced. And honestly, I think just Sony won. PS4 definitely. I already bought one. You bought one, right? They
announced $3.99. It was up on Amazon 2 seconds later. Both of us had already ordered them. No brainer. I mean, that's awesome. And another thing that I was actually kind of excited about was that, as far as we know, I think you mentioned it earlier, but you don't have to have the PlayStation Eye. That's nice.
That's unconfirmed, but they haven't really specified if it's coming with the PS4 or
not.
Yeah,
exactly. It's kind of weird because on the Amazon pre-order page, you look and they have the PlayStation Eye listed on all the features.
It's in the description, but it's not part of it.
It doesn't say that it comes with it, and because I fully expect that the Xbox One's also $399, but it's another $100 because they include the Kinect. So that's probably where they save the $100 is by not including the PlayStation Eye, which I'm all for because I don't want to have to deal with a Kinect that's always plugged in. That I've got to go stuff in a closet or something that is maybe going to be pausing my stuff anytime it hears Xbox pause or whatever.
Because you say that all the time.
What was it? The Xbox event the other day. It was pausing everyone's Xboxes because they're saying Xbox stop, and we just go back to the dashboard and stuff. So. I'll probably pass on that.
So in the comments of this video, tell us who you think won at least today's press conferences: Ubisoft, EA, Microsoft, or Sony. This is Austin. He's on youtube.com/Duncan33303. Check out his channel. He does tech videos and sometimes gaming.
In fact, we're going to be covering E3 on
both
of our channels.
Next 3 days, we're going to be playing games and showing videos on this channel and his channel, so check him out.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys very much for watching, and we hope to see you guys in the next one.
Peace.